Okay, well, the conversation started many years ago. So we've been partnering with Sergio and his late father and Jose Barreto probably for about 10 years now. And what we did is we, as a small bank, and I suppose our sole purpose in life is to grow entrepreneurs, we liked their vision, and we provided them funding to put up one of the office residential blocks just around the corner here called Sunset Towers. So that deal went very well. They sold out. Then they asked for funding to build the World Trade Center, where we're standing here now. It was quite a big project for them, huge project, big project for us. And that went very well. In the end, I think they were fully tenanted within 18 months. And it's quite risky starting without any tenants. Suddenly within 18 months it's fully tenanted. And then they came to us and said, listen, now they want to put up the Rolls Royce, being this massive apartment block. And we looked hard at it. And our biggest issue was 600 million was required in order to do the full development. And from a Mercantile point of view, the maximum we can lend any one customer is 300 million rand. So we spoke to our holding company, and they own the largest bank in Mozambique, they own one of the largest in Angola, own a big bank in Macau. So we all sat around the table, and the international operations came up with the other 300 million. And together we put the package together, and now we've got the 600 million of funding required in order to put this to complete the development. First and foremost, we look at the operator. Who are the people behind it? And as I said, because we built such a good relationship with our customers, we really understand them, we understand their business, we understand who we're dealing with. I think that's your first risk, and obviously banking the Leshaka Group for the last 10 years, we can tick that box. And then the next risk is, we're going to put up all the funding to build this thing. Is there demand for the properties? And that's a huge risk to say, what happens if no one buys the apartments? So what we had a look at Sandton and said, geez, there's so much office space going up at the moment. There's 1 million square meters in the next 5 years going to be built around here. What does that mean? It means people are going to want to live closer to work, because the traffic's an issue, and it's just becoming worse and worse here in Johannesburg. So there's big demand for these apartments, and also there's a lot of apartments that are blocks that are going to be going up in the next few years. But with this one, the foundations are already there. The first 6 floors have been built, all the parking. So all the approvals are in place, electricity's in. So all I have to do is just put up the tower. All these other ones are still going to be 4 or 5 years away from it. So we could tick that box saying there's going to be a demand, and there's for the investment bankers, lawyers, all the stockbrokers, etc. The final risk is the construction side of it, and we were always a bit worried because it's a massive project for Leshaka, something that they've never done a development this size. And then I think Sergio had a look at the risk and thought, okay, in order to de-risk it, why don't I bring in a really world-class construction company to put up the building? So they went in and met with Moto Jill. I think they were one of the tenants in this building. And they had discussions, and Moto Jill's one of the largest construction companies in Portugal, one of the largest in Angola. They've got a big operation in Mozambique, and they wanted to set up shop in South Africa, so it was a no-brainer. So they appointed them to do the construction. So at least as a bank, we've got comfort that a world-class construction company is going to be putting up the building. So those are pretty much your 3 big risks, which we can cover. We ticked each box there. And we target any SME, so it doesn't matter whether you're a hairdresser or whether you're Richard Branson. It doesn't matter whether you turn over 1 million rand a year or whether you turn over 2 billion rand a year, as long as there's someone behind the business. Right? So there has to be an entrepreneur behind the business. But I'd say our sweet spot is probably like a manufacturing company or a retail company, or someone that's turning over maybe, 40, 50, 60 million rand a year, and they want to borrow maybe 20 million. That's probably our sweet spot. So this transaction for us is the largest transaction we've ever been involved in. And banking products all commoditized. All banks offer the same, but what we can do is we can offer a customized solution. So we'll sit down around the table and offer we'll take all our products and say, how do we customize it to the customer's needs? But I think our biggest differentiator is that you have a single point of contact. So one relationship manager will look after you, and they'll handle all your needs. So whether it's your personal credit card, whether it's your home loan, whether it's your commercial property loan, whether it's asset finance, you deal with one person. And in the big banks, you have 4 or 5 different people that will look after each. If you want a commercial property loan, they'll bring in a commercial property specialist. If you want an asset finance, they'll bring in an asset finance specialist. And that delays the process, and the customers don't enjoy that. Whereas with us, you deal with one person, one relationship manager. The biggest challenge currently in South Africa, I'd say, is the economy. So it's growing very slowly, less than 2%. It's a tough market, labor issues, the electricity outages, your cost of fuel's gone up, you've got toll roads. So I think it's the environment in which operating in is very tough. But I must say, I think entrepreneurs are resilient. Yeah, they'll make a way. They'll go look for other markets. Maybe move into Africa. Maybe move into Mozambique. And that's where we can help them as a bank as well. We'll put them in touch with our sister company. But I think probably the number one challenge is access to finance. So the entrepreneur sees an opportunity. They want to borrow money quickly. They want quick turnaround times. And that's where us as a bank, Mercantile, we got great turnaround times. We've got great relationship with our customers. So they see an opportunity, we can almost immediately go back and say, yes, we want to partner with you on that opportunity. And we want to double the size of the bank over the next 5 years. We never want to be a big bank. So we always want to remain a small bank, but we want to differentiate ourselves from all the small banks and create like our own market. We want to basically be the number one business bank in the country over the next 5 years. And we believe with the infrastructure we have in place currently, our total balance sheet is just short of 10 billion. If we can grow to 20 billion over the next 5 years, we've got the infrastructure in place to handle it. So we've got the head office, our IT systems, we've got a brand new core banking system, all of that. We don't have to go and spend money on systems and processes. We just have to spend money on people in order to grow the bank. So that's it. We just want to double the size of this bank over the next few years.